Incredible discovery. Single mom's lost baby toy reveals unexpected truth that changes everything. The heat of the Tennessee sun poured into Lily's attic like a flood, chasing away the remnants of dust and shadow. As she rummaged through stacks of forgotten boxes, she didn't expect to unearth anything more than old clothes and broken toys. But then, her fingers brushed against a small, tattered box tucked away in a corner. An urge to pry open its mystery swept over her. Inside lay a simple stuffed bear, its button eyes worn but full of warmth. Just like that, a wave of nostalgia washed over her. Memories of laughter filled her mind, her grandmother's gentle stories, the lessons on love and resilience blossoming into vibrant colors around her. Lily chuckled as her two energetic kids, Mia and Jake, darted over to her side, curious about her discovery. They nestled around her, their faces lighting up in eager anticipation. "Did you find a treasure, Mom?" Mia asked, her eyes wide. "It's Grandma's bear," Lily gushed, brushing her fingers over the bear's matted fur. "She told me stories of how this little guy helped her through the tough times." They laughed, weaving tales of their great-grandma, who always knew how to turn struggles into moments of joy. But as the joy settled, curiosity tugged at Lily, leading her to unfold a hidden letter tucked within the bear's stuffing. It was stained, the ink faded, but the words leapt off the page like a fire, igniting her memories of a past she couldn't forget. The letter revealed the hardships her grandmother faced, the sacrifices she made to keep the family together. A familiar ache pierced her heart as Lily recognized the same struggles creeping into her own life, a reality of juggling work as a waitress, dealing with bills piling high, all while trying to maintain the family values dear to her. Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. The unfolding letter ignited a yearning in her heart, a desire to reconnect with her estranged sister, Claire. They drifted apart, two sisters facing a chasm forged by vastly different life choices. While Lily cherished family and the remnants of their grandmother's love, Claire pursued sleek cars and designer labels, shedding the family ties that once united them. Eager to mend the rift, Lily reached out. Their conversation began with hope, but quickly morphed into a turbulent clash, where hurt feelings were laid bare like raw flesh. Emotions twisted in her chest, revealing the stark differences in their lives, a dissonance between a life built on material ambition and the hunger for family connection. They stood there, anger radiating, yet the memory of their grandmother's lessons loomed over them. Love cannot be measured in dollars, it thunders. But could these sentiments withstand the storm? Lily's pulse quickened, torn between the woman she was and the sister she once adored. The room was heavy with unspoken words, their future hanging in the balance. What would become of them? As the dust settled, she clutched the aged bear tightly, her future swirling with emotional crosswinds of hope and despair. Would they find a way to bridge the gap? Lily's heart pounded, filled with longing, as she stood at this precipice, yearning for both connection and clarity. As evening crept into the Tennessee sky, casting a soft glow through the attic window, Lily found herself lost in thought. The old bear, with its faded smile, felt heavier in her hands. The well of memories had opened wide, and in that moment, she realized that opening up to Claire could either heal their fragmented past or deepen the divide. "Mom, what's wrong?" Mia's voice broke through her reverie. Lily looked down at her daughter's concerned face, her wide eyes reflecting the fading light. "Nothing, sweetie," she replied, forcing a smile. "Just thinking about your great-grandma. She was amazing. Can we keep the bear?" Jake chimed in, his fingers gently stroking the bear's fur. "Of course, darling. It holds a lot of stories," Lily said, hoping it would also hold a story worth telling to them as they grew. She thought about the values her grandmother had imparted: love, determination, kindness, and how they were getting lost in the chaos of modern life. It struck her that maybe reconnecting with Claire was more than just mending fences, it was about embracing that legacy. She tucked the bear under her arm and motioned to the children. "Let us go downstairs and see what we can cook for dinner together. A family meal sounds perfect." While they worked side by side in the kitchen, laughter danced with the aroma of garlic and basil. The kitchen was a sacred place for her family, where stories bloomed and secrets lingered like the steam rising from the pots. It felt good to share that sacredness with her kids as they chopped veggies and mixed ingredients, but even amidst their joy, Lily's thoughts drifted back to Claire. The conversation hung over her like a cloud. Was it too soon to reach out again? Maybe a letter, a text, something lighter to test the waters? She knew she needed to take a step forward, not just for her but for the family ties that felt frayed. After dinner and bedtimes were done, with Mia and Jake settling into their own dreams, Lily grabbed her laptop. Her heart raced as she hovered over the keys. This was at the moment of decision. Should she text Claire or draft an old-fashioned letter? Something sentimental, echoing the handwritten notes they used to pass as kids? A letter felt more meaningful, it captured the essence of their past. She started typing, pouring her heart out onto the screen, reminiscing about those carefree days, mentioning the bear and the grandmother who loved them both fiercely. As she rounded out her message, her heart thundered in her chest. Would this be enough to bridge that gap? There was a flicker of hope, woven in with anxiety. With one final glance at the screen, she pressed send. The silence enveloped her like a warm hug, but dread flickered just beneath the surface. What if Claire didn't respond? What if the chasm had grown too wide? Lily took a deep breath and turned off the laptop. She went to bed, pulling the bear close, hoping it would somehow carry her feelings. Was this the first step toward healing? Even as she drifted off to sleep, her mind raced with possibilities. The next morning brought a new dawn, but a ping from her phone left her heart suspended in time. A message awaited confirmation, blooming with the potential of change. Would it be the message she longed for? Or a door that closed tighter than ever before? Lily's heart raced as she reached for her phone, the soft glow illuminating her anxiously furrowed brow. The screen blinked with a notification that seemed to pulse, full of possibility. She could hardly breathe. Would Claire's response be a lifeline or a devastating reminder of the distance between them? Tentatively, she opened the message. It was short, just a few lines, but they struck her with the force of a wave. "Lily, I'm surprised to hear from you. I've thought about you too, but it's been complicated. Let us talk." Complicated. That word hung in the air, heavy and strange. Part of her wanted to rejoice, to jump up and shout that the door was still ajar. Another part felt the sting of old wounds, a knot tightening in her stomach. How could they bridge the years of silence, the hurt, the misunderstandings? Before she could process any of this, she replied, "I'd really like that. When are you free?" The minute she sent the message, she felt lighter, as if the weight of an entire lifetime had shifted ever so slightly. Mia's voice tugged her back to reality. "Mom, can we make pancakes today?" Jake bounced on the bed, clearly eager for breakfast. "Sure," Lily responded, pushing aside her swirling thoughts. She needed the distraction. The kids, bright and full of energy, were the perfect tonic. They whipped up pancake batter, and laughter rose with the sizzle of the pan. They shared jokes and talked about their favorite toppings, the sound of happiness filling the small kitchen. As they ate, Lily's phone buzzed again. She glanced down, half hoping for another message from Claire, but it was just a notification about a local event. Something inside stirred, a thought that what they needed more than anything was a shared experience. A family outing could revive not just the bond with her children but also reignite the faded connection with Claire. "Hey, how about we check out the county fair this weekend?" she suggested, eyes gleaming with excitement. "There will be rides, games, and, of course, cotton candy." Mia and Jake cheered, their faces lighting up like they had just unwrapped the biggest present. "Let us do it." They chimed in unison, feeling cheerful. Lily took a moment to consider Claire. Maybe she could invite her too. Her heart ached at the thought of seeing her sister beneath the warm glow of fairy lights, laughter mingling with summer air. Would Claire come? Her phone buzzed yet again, shattering the moment of introspection. Claire's message popped up, an immediate reply to Lily's earlier query about a meeting. "I'm free this weekend. Let us meet at the coffee shop on Main Street." Was this simply happenstance, or was the universe colluding in some strange way to pull their paths back together? A mix of dread and anticipation washed over Lily. She quickly typed back, "Perfect. Let us meet Saturday at 10. As the day wore on and the pancakes faded into fond memories, thoughts of the coffee shop fluttered in and out like restless butterflies. A wave of nostalgia washed over her. She could almost picture their old haunt, laughter echoing off the walls, bustling conversations in the air. But those echoes also brought memories of arguments, of silence that had stretched like a chasm in their lives. What would happen when they faced each other? Would they unravel more than just their shared past? Saturday seemed to loom too large, and by the time Friday night arrived, Lily couldn't shake the nerves swirling in her belly. She tucked the old bear beside her, finding solace in its familiar presence, a reminder of love and resilience. It was time to confront the ghosts of her past, and she knew this meeting could be the turning point she'd been yearning for. But as she drifted into sleep, the weight of unknown questions pressed down. Would Claire accept her? Would old wounds heal, or would new ones blossom? The haze of sleep washed over her, leaving a burning curiosity in its wake. What revelations awaited her in that little coffee shop? Lily woke with the sun filtering through her curtains, casting gentle patterns across the room. A sense of urgency crept in as she glanced at the clock. It was barely 7. She had hours until she'd see Claire, but the time felt too short and somehow too long at once. She leaned against her pillow, heartbeat quickening with each moment that passed. Should she prepare something to say? No rehearsed lines felt right. This was about feeling, and feelings had never been simple with Claire. Downstairs, the kids were already up, giggling and launching into their breakfast routine. She joined them, trying to mimic their innocence and joy, but her mind drifted. As syrup pooled on fluffy pancakes, a heaviness settled on her shoulders. "Mom?" Mia's voice broke through. "Yes, sweetie? Are you okay? You seem different." Lily forced a smile, wrapping her daughter in a warm hug. "I'm just thinking about some grown-up stuff. Nothing to worry about, okay?" Mia nodded but glanced up, her big brown eyes searching Lily's. That gaze made her heart ache. This was not just about her today, it was about Mia and Jake too. They needed their mom to be present and whole. The three of them cleaned up after breakfast, but the chatter was absent-minded. Lily found herself smiling at her kids, yet a distance lingered between her and the world. After they tidied the kitchen, a wild thought sparked in her mind: what if Claire joined them at the fair? The more she pondered this, the more excited she was to extend the invitation. This could weave together the pieces of her life, stitching in memories with the love of her children and the possibility of mending her relationship with Claire. "Hey, guys. I thought I'd ask Aunt Claire to come with us to the fair today," Lily said, her heart pounding at the prospect. Mia squealed, "Yes. I want to show her the animals." Jake added, "And the rides. She'll love all the games." Their enthusiasm ignited a small flame in Lily's chest. Could the fair be a place where they could laugh, share stories, and perhaps shake off a few ghosts? "Let me text her," Lily said, her fingers trembling as she typed out the message. "Claire, it's Lily. We're going to the fair today. Would love for you to join us." Her finger hovered over the send button for a second, contemplating the significance of this invitation. Then she sent it off and took a deep breath. The moment stretched as they prepared to leave, filled with laughter and chaotic movements. But every so often, Lily caught herself glancing at her phone, waiting, hoping for a response. Finally, an alert chimed, sending a thrill through her. It was Claire's reply. "That sounds fun. What time?" Lily quickly replied, "We'll be there around noon. I can't wait to see you." As the morning ebbed away, the familiar excitement of the fair buzzed in the air. The thought of sharing this day with Claire felt almost surreal. She could already envision them walking side by side, memories flickering back like fireflies lighting up the night. On the drive, Lily captured little moments, the wind in their hair, the scent of summer blooming, and her children's laughter spilling over the seats like music. As they neared the fairgrounds, a sudden wave of doubt washed over her. What if Claire didn't come? What if they didn't connect? Would today be another chapter of disappointment and unfinished business? But then Mia broke the silence. "Mom, I can't wait to ride the Ferris wheel. It looks so tall." Lily's heart lifted at her daughter's excitement. If today could hold magic for her kids, maybe it could do the same for her and Claire. They finally pulled into the crowded parking lot, the vibrant colors of carnival tents dancing in the distance. Lily could see the hastily painted rides, smells of popcorn and cotton candy wafting through the air. It felt alive, bursting with people and possibilities. As they stepped out of the car, a familiar figure appeared on the sidewalk. Claire. Standing with a hesitant smile, she looked just as Lily remembered, yet something was different. There was a vulnerability in her eyes, a cautious hope that mirrored Lily's own. "Hey," Claire called out, her voice almost tentative. "Hey." Lily responded, heart racing. The moment hung between them, thick with unspoken words and fragile tension. What came next could change everything. Would they find their way back to each other amid the laughter and excitement, or would this be a turning point that led down a different path entirely? Lily stepped forward, her heart thrumming in her chest like a restless bird. The fair's sounds faded momentarily, the laughter and cheers melding into a distant hum. Claire's smile held both warmth and trepidation, making it hard to decipher what was brewing behind her kind eyes. "Wow, you made it," Lily said, feeling the gap between them narrow just a bit. Claire nodded, a slight blush creeping into her cheeks. "I wouldn't miss a chance to see you and the kids. It's been a while, hasn't it?" "Yes, it really has." Lily's stomach flipped. Between their shared past and the weight of unspoken feelings, the air thickened with possibilities. "Mom, can we go already?" Jake's voice burst through, bubbling with impatience. Lily chuckled, grounding herself in the moment. "Of course. Let us get started, then. The Ferris wheel awaits." As they introduced Claire to the wonderland of the fair, the children's happiness was infectious. Mia grabbed Claire's hand and pulled her toward the animal pens, her little face lit up with excitement. Claire laughed, her eyes sparkling. It was such a relief to see those glimmers of joy. Lily felt her own worries easing just a little. They wandered through the fair, weaving between cotton candy stands and game booths. Claire and the kids bantered like old friends. Laughter poured from Mia as Claire playfully mimicked the sound of the pig's squeal at the petting zoo, but beneath it all, Lily could sense that familiar knot tightening in her chest. She had missed Claire. She craved that connection, yet was terrified of opening up old wounds. Nothing prepared her for the moment when they paused beneath the arched entrance of the Ferris wheel. "Do you want to ride?" Lily asked, her face lighting up with the idea. "Only if you come with me," Claire replied, her voice low, filled with an honesty that made Lily's heart thud. "I'm a little scared of heights." "Me too," Mia chimed in, glancing nervously up at the towering ride. "Okay, we can face our fears together," Lily said lightly, even as her palms started to sweat at the thought of climbing higher and higher. As they mounted the ride, the world below shrank until it was just the three of them and the swirling colors of the fair lit up against the sky. The soft sway of the gondola felt magical, and Lily leaned closer to Claire. They were suspended in a tiny bubble of shared space, the chatter of the fair fading away completely. "Thank you for coming today," Lily said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I know it's been complicated for us." Claire sighed, seemingly reflecting on the weight of those words. "It has. I wanted to be here, but I didn't know if it was the right thing to do." Lily's heart raced. "What do you mean?" "I've missed you, Lily. So much has changed. I've been thinking about us, about everything." The gondola crested high, and they paused at the top. The view was breathtaking, and for a brief moment, it felt like their hearts were also exposed to the skies. Would they fall or soar? Mia suddenly squealed, tangling with excitement. "Look, I see the cotton candy stand down there." The moment snapped back into focus. Reality waited impatiently below, and Lily's heart started to shake as she gazed at Claire. "We have to talk, don't we?" Before Claire could nod, they descended, and the ride began to slow. She looked down, avoiding Lily's gaze, a rush of uncertainty clouding her expression. Suddenly, a loud bang erupted from behind them, making Lily jump. She turned to see a balloon vendor where colorful balloons were hastily flying away, children darting after them in every direction. "What was that?" Jake asked, eyes wide with confusion. "I don't know, but maybe it's a sign that we should breathe and just enjoy today for now," Lily mused, though she could feel the weight of Claire's unspoken words hanging in the air. What did they have left to say? As they stepped off the Ferris wheel, excitement hummed in the air, but Lily could sense a deeper current at play. Claire looked pensive, her eyes searching and haunted, and as they walked away from the ride, a sliding hesitation lingered between them. Could this day really change the course of their lives, or would they be left in a haze of missed opportunities once again? The crowd swirled around them, bright lights reflecting off delighted faces, but Lily felt a distance she couldn't shake. Even as the laughter and music surrounded them, a silence hung in the gap between her and Claire. It felt like standing at a precipice, wondering if a leap into the unknown would lead to flight or a devastating fall. "Let us get some cotton candy. It'll be fun," Jake shouted, tugging at Lily's hand and breaking her reverie. Mia's eyes sparkled with excitement as she bounced beside him. "Sure. Why not?" Lily replied, though the sound of her voice felt distant to her ears. She tried to smile, but her mind was racing with the images of Claire's deep gaze. They wove through the bustling crowd towards the cotton candy stand. As the vendor spun sugary clouds onto sticks, Lily caught Claire quietly observing the scene, her lips pressed together as if she was holding back a torrent of thoughts. The thought of addressing those feelings felt both exhilarating and terrifying. "Here you go, one for everyone," the vendor announced, placing the fluffy treats into their hands. The kids grinned, their happiness washing over Lily like a wave, but all she could focus on was the way Claire clutched her own cotton candy, a small gesture, but one filled with hesitation. "Ready to hit the games next?" Jake asked, his eyes filled with determination as he eye-scanned the row of booths. Before Lily could answer, Claire gently placed a hand on her wrist. "Can we talk? Like, just for a minute?" The kids didn't seem to hear, already tugging each other toward a big ring toss game that promised big stuffed prizes. "Sure," Lily replied, her stomach fluttering with nervous energy. They stepped away from the chaos, moving to a quieter corner of the fair, tucked away from prying eyes. The rhythm of the music felt muted now, as if the world around them had faded into a soft hum. "Lily," Claire started, her voice almost trembling. "I know I dropped back into your life without warning. I didn't mean to complicate things more than they already are." Lily nodded, unsure of how to respond without inviting chaos into an already delicate moment. "It's fine. You came, and that means a lot." Claire took a deep breath, her familiar warmth mingling with uncertainty. "I've been thinking, and I should have told you this sooner. When I left, it wasn't just about then. It was about me needing to find myself, to come back to a place where I felt whole." Lily's heart ached at those words, the memories of loss surfacing like ghosts. But it doesn't erase what happened. You disappeared, Claire. I know, Claire whispered, tears glistening at the corners of her eyes. I thought I was doing what was best. I thought, maybe it would be easier to fade away. But I see now it only hurt us both. The air hung heavy with unspoken truths. In the distance, the children shouted with glee, oblivious to the weight of the moment. Lily's heartbeat quickened. Part of her wanted to hold on to the pain, the other part wanted to understand what Claire was really saying. Is there something you can't live without? Claire asked suddenly, her attention shifting toward the vibrant lights of the fair. Something that keeps you grounded? Lily blinked, taken aback. This, she hesitated, looking at the joyful chaos surrounding them, my kids, my life. Everything feels connected now. But I want more, too. I want you here, not just as a memory. Claire's expression softened, a small smile tugging at her lips. Then maybe we can start fresh. Figure out how we can navigate this together. Just as hope began to fill the space between them, a commotion erupted nearby. A young boy had dropped a toy, a red wind-up car, right into the mud. It lay there, vibrant yet tarnished, a symbol of joy lost in the mess. Kids ran by, laughing, pointing as if it were the end of the world to the boy. Lily's breath hitched. The sight struck a chord deep within her. What if that toy is a sign, she mused out loud. What if it leads to something unexpected? Claire's brow furrowed, the moment stretching as they both contemplated the mess and memories waiting beneath the surface. Maybe we've been avoiding the things that truly matter, the things we thought were lost, Claire said, eyes raking across the fair in search of meaning. And as they pondered the connection between an overlooked toy and their own entwined paths, a question hung in the air, echoing the unspoken yet understood between them. What truth lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered again? Lily stared at the mud-covered toy, its vibrant red color a stark contrast against the bleakness of the muck surrounding it. The laughter of children echoed in the background, but its joy felt distant. It was as if the world had shifted, and everything around her blurred into an abstract painting where only the toy remained in sharp focus. Do you think it could really mean something? Claire said, her voice barely above the noise of the fair. She stepped closer, her expression a mix of curiosity and concern. I don't know, Lily replied, her heart racing again. It feels like something we need to explore. The weight of their unspoken feelings lingered in the air, heavy and electric. Suddenly, Mia and Jake reappeared, their faces flushed with excitement. Mom! Look! Jake shouted, holding up a giant stuffed bear, its fur soft as a cloud. We won it! Lily's gaze snapped back to her children, their joy infectious. For a moment, she flashed a genuine smile, reminded of the simple pleasures that punctuated their day. She was a mother, first and foremost, and that fact almost dulled her confusion with Claire. Almost. Wow! That's amazing! She praised, enveloping them in a hug, but her mind was still churning. Claire was watching, her eyes weighted with unsaid emotions. Can I try the ring toss? Mia chirped, tugging her mother's sleeve. Of course, sweetie. Lily ruffled Mia's hair, trying to shake off the heavy thoughts. She exchanged a glance with Claire. Join us? Claire hesitated, glancing back at the toy. I think I need a moment. Her voice was subdued, almost fractured. All right, but, Lily hesitated, we'll be right over there. She pointed toward the game, her pulse quickening as Claire stepped back, distancing herself once more. With the kids at her side, laughter soon enveloped Lily again, but her heart wasn't entirely in it. As they moved from game to game, laughter mingled with a growing sense of anxiety. Every glance cast Claire's way only deepened the confusion. Why couldn't they bridge the space that had opened since Claire's return? They played and celebrated small victories, the bright prizes a reassuring presence. But underneath the joy, Lily felt the distance between her and Claire nagging at her consciousness. Suddenly, Mia came rushing up to her, excitement bubbling over. "Mom! Can we go back and help that boy with the toy? He looks sad." Lily's heart squeezed. "Sure, kiddo. Let us go see." Together, they approached the boy, squatting beside him in the mud. His eyes brimmed with tears, the red car tainted and abandoned. "Hey there," Lily said softly, kneeling down. "We can clean it up together." The boy sniffled, clutching the toy more tightly. "But it's dirty." "It's ruined." "Not at all," Mia chimed in, her small hands offering a comforting gesture. "We can wash it and make it shine again." The boy blinked, hope flickering in his eyes. He tentatively looked at his toy, then at Mia, as if processing this new possibility. Lily felt a warm surge of gratitude toward her daughter. In that moment, she grasped the essence of what Claire had been trying to communicate, that even in the mess, there was a chance for healing and renewal. Claire approached slowly, glancing at the scene. The children worked together, and in that small act, Lily saw her chance a flicker of light amid their tangled feelings. "Do you want to help?" Lily invited Claire, her heart hammering with renewed resolve. Claire knelt beside them, her eyes softening. "It's just like us, isn't it?" As they started rinsing the toy in a nearby water fountain, laughter once again enveloped them. Lily felt hope threading through her heart. Maybe this was more than a mess, it was a moment calling them back from the brink, but in the excitement, the lingering question loomed larger: would they be able to piece together their fractured connection, or would the same muddy doubts reclaim them? With children's laughter circling around them, the air grew heavy with possibility, uncertainty, and hope, a combination that both thrilled and terrified her. What change awaited at the next turn? Would this be the step toward discovering the truths they needed to face? Lily watched as Mia and the boy giggled, water splashing around them as they tried to scrub the toy clean. The laughter felt like music, but it was underscored by the tension that had coiled tightly within her. Each moment spent knee-deep in this simple act pulled her mind back to Claire, who watched silently, the weight of their unsaid words hanging heavy between them. "Look, Mom. It's getting better," Mia exclaimed, waving the now half-clean toy in front of Lily's face, her excitement contagious. "See? Just needs a little love," Lily replied with a smile, though it was laced with uncertainty. She couldn't shake the feeling that this moment was both healing and precarious, as if the very air around them was alive with unspoken truths. Claire's eyes darted from the children to the toy and then back to Lily. Underneath the sparkle of the water's reflection, Lily could see the flash of emotion warring on her friend's face. It was a mixture of pride, melancholy, and something deeper, something Lily didn't quite know how to name. "Can I hold it?" Claire asked suddenly, her voice breaking the tension. "Of course," Lily said, handing over the toy gently, as if it were something fragile. A piece of herself felt exposed as Claire accepted it, a tentative smile spreading across her face as she examined the bright red car. Claire met Lily's gaze. "This is a brave thing we're doing, cleaning up both the toy and ourselves." The words were simple, yet they carried a weight that made Lily's heart race. "Yeah, it is," Lily agreed, feeling a spark of understanding ignite between them. Mia, oblivious to the deep exchange, bombarded her mother with questions about the ring toss while Jake bounced excitedly beside her, proudly holding his giant stuffed bear. Their innocence grounded Lily, reminding her of the beauty that existed alongside the pain. "Let us go play the ring toss," Mia insisted, pulling Lily toward the brightly colored game booth, her tiny fingers gripping Lily's tightly. Okay. Lily chuckled, allowing herself to be swept in. She cast one last glance back at Claire, who seemed to quietly watch them before a faint smile graced her lips. As they began tossing rings, the sound of laughter blended into something almost magical, but the questions lingered: would they find a way to untangle the complicated web of feelings that had ensnared them? Suddenly, an older man from a few feet away caught Lily's eye, holding a small notebook, jotting down details about the fair. He glanced at their little gathering, a thoughtful smile spreading across his face. "It's lovely to see families enjoying themselves out here," he said, almost to no one in particular. Lily felt warmth spread through her. "It really is." Minutes passed, and the casual banter and smiles eased some of the ache lodged in her chest. But then, in the blink of an eye, everything shifted. While diving for one of the rings, Jake tumbled to the ground, the stuffed bear skidding away. "Jake!" Lily rushed over, her heart in her throat. He was crying, and she felt her entire body tense. Claire was there too, kneeling beside Jake, checking to see if he was hurt. "Hey, buddy, look at me. You're okay." Lily's breath hitched as she watched the tenderness in Claire's voice restore calm to Jake's cries. It was a moment imbued with rawness. They were working together for the sake of the kids, mending the past through every shared concern. And maybe, just maybe, that was the beginning of something new. As Lily gathered herself, her gaze landed on the muddy toy once again, now partially cleaned but still far from perfect. It was a metaphor for their relationship, full of potential, messy yet hopeful. Would Claire and Lily be able to embrace the flaws, to acknowledge the past's impact on their present? With each passing second, the air grew thick with unspoken possibilities. The laughter faded, replaced by the echoes of introspection. Are we really going to fix this? Roots of doubt spiraled through her mind. Would they ever find a way to emerge whole from this tangled mess? The children continued to play, unaware of the emotional tides swirling around them. Meanwhile, as joy turned to concern, Lily felt the call of the unknown beckoning ever closer, a new chapter waiting to unfold, one that might finally answer her lingering question: what truly awaited in the depths of their hearts? Lily knelt beside Jake, her heart racing as he wiped away his tears with chubby fists. Claire's soft whispers reassured him, and for a brief second, it felt like they were a seamless unit again. But as Jake's crying subsided, her thoughts drifted, and instead of the joy she usually found in these moments, a deep-rooted frustration simmered just below the surface. What if this is just a temporary fix? The question snaked into her mind uninvited. They had danced around the edges of their past long enough, but would they ever breach it for good? Lily glanced at Claire, who was now helping Jake pull himself up from the ground. Her friend's smile was warm, but there was an unmistakable strain in her eyes, a flickering uncertainty that mirrored Lily's own. Mia tugged excitedly at her mother's arm. "Can we go see the animals next?" "Sure, sweetheart. Just give me a second." Lily took a deep breath and diverted her gaze from Claire. Focusing on Mia brought a surge of warmth to her heart, and she took a moment to admire the simple joy radiating from her daughter. "How about we win you a prize at the ring toss first?" Returning to the booth, laughter bubbled out from Mia, and Lily found it was infectious. The games, the colors, the joy, it all felt like a cauldron filled with possibilities. But all it took was a glance over her shoulder for that bliss to be punctured. Claire lingered, still kneeling just beside Jake, her head tilted as she watched them. The weight of the past felt heavy again, settled like a stone in the pit of Lily's stomach. "Mom, look!" Mia shouted, beaming as she waved a plastic ring in the air. "I'm gonna win." Lily smiled, but her heart raced. Encouraging Mia, she paid attention to her daughter as the tension with Claire shifted back into her mind. "You've got this, kiddo." But with every ring Mia tossed, Lily felt more tangled in knots. Could she really keep up this charade? They were supposed to be having fun, but she couldn't shake the urgency to address the greater issue between her and Claire. "Okay, I'm ready," Mia said, bouncing on her toes, her wide eyes impossibly filled with hope. Lily squatted down, wiping the thoughts away, reminding herself of the happiness in Mia's smile. "All right. Aim for the bottle." Just as Mia tossed another ring, a loud crash erupted near the game booth. Lily whipped around, her instincts jolting her into protective mode. A group of teenagers had knocked over a display of stuffed animals, sending them tumbling to the ground. Laughter erupted amongst them, contrasting sharply with the chaos they caused. "What are they doing?" Mia asked, wide-eyed. "Just having fun, I guess," Lily replied, her voice tight. But the truth lingered uncomfortably. It felt like an intrusion into their moment of pure joy. The giggles from the teens echoed, but they masked her rising irritation. "Mom, can I play with that bear?" Mia pointed to the largest stuffed animal that had rolled away from the teens' chaos. Lily hesitated, feeling frustration bubble to the surface. "I don't think it belongs to us." At that moment, Claire appeared at her side, quietly surveying the scene. "It might be okay. The game's not over, it's just a bear." Their eyes met. A moment of understanding passed, each knowing they faced many uncertainties. With a quick resolute swirl of courage, Lily nodded toward the bear. "All right, let us get it." With each step toward the chaos, it was not just about the bear for Lily, it was about reclaiming their space, about recognizing that sharing moments could mend more than a toy. As she bent down to pick it up, something caught her eye under the display. There, half buried, was another toy, the same bright red race car Mia had been cleaning earlier. Lily's heart dropped, her breath hitching as she unearthed it from beneath the mess. The toy was streaked with dirt and unrecognizable, yet it felt almost sacred, a symbol of their struggles and the hope that persisted within them. "Mom, look!" Mia's enthusiastic cry broke through her thoughts, making Lily focus on her daughter's wide-eyed wonder. Holding the car in one hand and the bear in the other, Lily felt a rush of emotion. She breathed in deeply, feeling the weight of the earlier doubts fading slightly. Maybe this was a sign. Maybe they could find a way to stitch old wounds while creating new memories. As her gaze drifted back to Claire, a new determination welled up. They had gathered some pieces back, it was time to confront the rest. "Are we ready to have a talk?" Lily's voice was stronger than she anticipated. Claire nodded, tension easing off her shoulders. But just then, another shriek of laughter erupted from further away, reeling Lily's attention back. "Can we go there next, too?" her daughter asked. The afternoon was still so alive around them, filled with laughter and bursting hearts. Lily felt the threads of their journey intertwine with the festivities of the fair. "Let us talk after this," she decided, knowing deep down that the time was right but not entirely ready. And with that choice, she stepped forward, feeling the pull of both joy and uncertainty cling to her, as the chapter of their lives continued to unfold, each moment paving the way toward a deeper understanding, a deeper connection. What new revelations lay ahead, waiting just beyond the horizon of their laughter? The golden light of late afternoon spread across the fairgrounds, bathing everything in a warmth that cradled their fragile momentum. As laughter echoed in the distance, Lily felt the weight of her heart shift ever so slightly. The world was a patchwork of colors, sounds, and shared experiences, yet it held a mirror to the scattered pieces of her own life, pieces she was beginning to reassemble. Mia's cheerful tug broke her reverie. "Can we go to the petting zoo now?" Jake bounced beside her, carrying his giant stuffed bear as if it were the crown jewel in a kingdom of fun and play. In their innocent excitement, Lily saw the perfect distraction. "Yes, the petting zoo," she affirmed, her smile blooming as their enthusiasm surged. Deep down, she knew this was more than just a distraction. They were finally beginning to forge a happier memory, one that could stitch together their fragmented past. As they wandered toward the pens of furry creatures, she chanced another glance at Claire, who had followed closely behind them, her expression softer now. A sense of belonging throbbed between them, guiding Lily forward with cautious optimism. Claire's presence no longer felt heavy, instead, it shimmered with potential. The air buzzed with the sound of animals and children, warmth swirling around them as they approached the makeshift pen. Sheep bleated softly, goats butted heads playfully, and bunnies nuzzled against eager hands. A chaotic mix of joy erupted as the kids exchanged giggles, their laughter harmonizing with all that surrounded them. "Mom, look at the goat!" Jake shouted, leaning down to pet a small creature with floppy ears. Lily's heart melted at the sight. Maybe this was what they needed, a chance to connect through shared wonder and joy. Each soft touch exchanged between the kids and the animals acted like glue. It reminded her of life's simple, beautiful moments. Want to help me take care of the animals? A kind lady at the petting zoo asked, smiling warmly. Lily's heart leaped at the opportunity. Of course, she exclaimed, glancing at Claire. With a nod of agreement, they joined in, and it felt as if the past was momentarily pushed behind. Together, they guided kids as they fed the animals. Lily held the feed, while Claire demonstrated how to dispense it. Just like that. See how they appreciate it. Claire's voice carried an uplifting tone. Watching Mia and Jake giggle at their antics made her heart soar. Each passing second chipped away at the walls that had risen between them, a subtle reminder that they could still find joy amidst their history. As they continued their tasks, Lily's phone buzzed in her pocket. Distracted with delight, she let it go until she noticed Claire's gaze shift momentarily to the buzzing device. With a flutter of nerves, Lily pulled it out. It was a message from her grandmother's old friend, filled with kind words and advice. Tears pricked at the corners of her eyes. She thought of the legacy her grandmother had left behind, the stories linked together through each touch, laugh, and lesson. Memories of love surged through her veins. Hey, are you okay? Claire inquired gently, watching as Lily battled the swell of emotion inside. Just thinking about Grandma, she replied, a warm smile blooming through her tears. She always taught us to cherish the little things. Her bear wore memories like a badge of honor, Claire remarked, sincerity shining in her eyes. There was something calming in the way she said it, a kinship in unspoken understanding. Yes. Lily's heart opened a little more as clarity set in. We shouldn't let our pasts define our future. Every twist and turn carries possibility. Claire nodded, eyes shimmering with an agreement that felt right. We can try to create something better together. Her voice trailed off, laden with hopeful potential. Just then, the kids reappeared, each grinning wildly with bits of straw clinging to their clothes and the faint scent of hay surrounding them. Did you see? A goat just licked my hand. Mia squealed, beaming with pride. Lily laughed, briefly forgetting the worries that had clouded her mind earlier. That's amazing, she replied, her heart swelling at the sight of her children growing ever closer to Claire. As joyful chaos erupted around them, Lily realized she felt lighter. She turned back to the gap that had once seemed so wide, feeling that flicker of hope kindle anew. The mess, just like the muddy toy, could be cleaned up, it could shine again with effort, warmth, and love. Can we all go on the Ferris wheel again? Jake asked, exuberant, as he clasped the bear close. Mia tugged at Lily's sleeve, excitement dancing in her eyes. Please, Mom. Let us all ride together. Lily exchanged a glance with Claire, who seemed both anxious and eager, a shared anticipation floating in the air. Absolutely. It'll be fun, Lily said, a new sense of hope threading through her words. They strolled toward the Ferris wheel, laughter painting their path. The beautiful lights twinkling overhead felt like a tapestry of dreams waiting to unfold. Something profound had shifted as they stepped onto the ride once again. Up they went, higher and higher into the sky. The gentle sway of the gondola felt like magic, each peak bringing them closer together, reminding them that they were not just siblings bound by blood but by love, potential, and the willingness to embrace the murkiness of life. As they began their descent, Lily's heart threatened to spill over. We can do this, she whispered, still unsure but emboldened by the warmth at her side. No more running. Just honesty. Claire opened her mouth to respond as they touched down, but the raucous laughter of the children filled the air, drowning out their conversation. As they stepped off the ride, amidst the whirl of people, something shifted irrevocably, whispering of uncharted grounds yet to discover. Whatever revelations awaited them, they stood together at the threshold, ready for whatever came next. Together, this moment mattered. Not only for them but as a testament to choosing to ride through life's highs and lows. And as the afternoon light began to fade, a sense of unity blossomed between them, tangible and alive. They were on the brink of something new, something beautiful. It would take work, but this was the beginning of family rekindling its light, one joyful moment at a time. Don't let another story slip through your fingers. You need to subscribe now for more exclusive tales every week. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm and spread the love. Comment below about your reactions and feelings about this ending. Share instantly this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. This is the moment to show your support. Don't wait not even one more second.